Hello, greetings in Christ. My name is Mickey Kelly, and I have been a pro-life activist for over a decade. My bread and butter has been mostly been praying outside the sidewalk, and for the next few minutes, I would like to give some of you who are looking to take that leap of, I like to call it as the leap of faith when you step into the trenches. So, what does it mean to step on the sidewalk? Well, first of all, you're coming out of your comfort zone in which you are doing something that is bigger than yourself. I still remember the first time I ever stood outside of a worship facility. It was a spring day back in April 2009. And of all the days of the year, it was Good Friday. And I had an opportunity to give witness to life as I was encouraged by my neighbor, I was encouraged by others. Hey, we need you on the sidewalk. So I joined. And I never knew what I was getting myself into. But what I realized for the next hour, maybe hour and a half, was an experience that I would never forget. I stepped into the breach, prayed, overheard people pleading for the moms to change their mind about abortion. I even saw firsthand. Abortion has affected women in those many years that have gone by since that first experience. I prayed outside of an abortion facility in Nashville. I prayed outside of one in Washington, Twin Cities, and I will say the experience is the same, no matter what. Why are you needed outside the sidewalk? Well, I could give you a myriad of reasons, but your presence matters. Even Abby Johnson refers to the fact that when one person is outside of an abortion facility praying or just being a peaceful witness, the clientele for the abortion industry goes down 75% by one lone person out there praying. It's a game changer. You can be a game changer when you set foot on the sidewalk. Not an easy thing to do, I get it. But again, you are needed. What I have witnessed in my time as a sidewalk, I like to call myself sidewalk advocate. You will endure jeers. Every so often you may get cheered on. You will get mocked. You get harassed. You could get doxxed. Someone will try to, shame you publicly, but it's all for God. Something you would never forget. Something that, like, you don't want that to happen, but it's all for like God's precious creation, which is the unborn child. Every human being is made in God's image and likeness. I will offer two good stories and then I'll offer two bad stories to help you learn. So let's get the crying out of the way first. My first story is there were times there were people passing by and, public shame and everything, and I would respond, on their level, like so with arrogance. And I would just pretend, oh, that wasn't me. That was that person right there. You know, that's the first thing you should never do. Okay, just quietly play. Like, just take it on. When Jesus hung on the cross, or when he was mocked, beaten, he never fought back. He never uttered a word back at the person. He just took it on. And that is a sign of humility. Because let's face it, we don't have all the right answers. We don't have all the right responses. But silence is the first step to practicing humility. Another story is one time I was attacked by an escort who was later asked to leave. Myself and another person was attacked by this person, filed a police report. They caught wind of it, and he was told not to come back. I don't know what's going through that man's mind, but I still remember he was mocking the death of a pro-life advocate who started the movement in where I live, which is Philadelphia. And I remember one story was, as this advocate was about to leave this earth, he offered his final communion for that same guy that attacked me, which I found to be a profound witness to the faith. He may have a conversion tomorrow, or maybe sometime after someone sees this video, but I don't know. Now, here are some of the good. One summer, I was praying outside of Planned Parenthood in the heart of Philadelphia, and I was with a couple of the advocates. I remember seeing a couple go in, and I was in the middle of praying the rosary. And what later happened was, we were praying and praying, and then as I was getting ready to leave, the same couple I saw was coming out. And the only thing I remember hearing from the young girl, she said, "I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it." And we all looked at each other like, really? Did she change her mind? And, we directed her to a pregnancy center, which was right across the street. I couldn't help but think about the, I couldn't help but think that your presence matters, even though some people will say no, but the right presence does matter. If you can't go to the sidewalk angry, if you're still filled with anger for whatever reason, you must not be on that sidewalk. What you can do is take on the mockery, the suffering brought about from others or even yourself, and just use that hour, two, maybe three, but however long you plan to do it, to pray, right? Be loving, but also be a peaceful advocate. It's one thing that you could try to win hearts on social media, but I would tell you this: that's not the way to go. What the pro-life movement needs is faithful witnesses, young men and women who are willing to step into the breach, step out into the sidewalk. It's good that you tweet the pro-life message, you post about it on social media and all that, but every so often, you're needed on the sidewalks. Not an easy thing to do, but it has to be done. Are you going to be judged? Yes. Will there be people that will cancel you for whatever reason? Yes. Will there be times where people would abandon you, betray your trust, friendship, whatever the case is? Oh, yeah. But keep in mind one thing, you're in good company with Jesus, because there were people that he thought he could trust, but in reality, he couldn't trust them. What are some things to bring with you when you're praying outside the sidewalk? Bring information about the abortion pill reversal. Bring information about the pregnancy center, English and Spanish. If you can speak Spanish, you're much needed on the sidewalk, believe me. Bring with you a prayer book. Bring with you rosary sacramentals. Pray. Bring someone with you. Bring your loving heart. Bring your loving voice. Bring your loving spirit to the sidewalk. At the end of the day, you're doing God's will, and let it be done. Take the leap of faith now to defend life at the most vulnerable stage. Be present on the sidewalk now. It may change your life. God bless.